Dear viewers, my today's lecture is on the poem Tears of Nature by Graeme King. This poem is composed by Graeme King, and in this poem we see the poet Graeme King laments over the indifferent and careless attitude of man towards nature. The very title of your poem, Tears of Nature, clearly shows that nature is weeping. Nature is grieved at heart. It is weeping on something. And then the poet goes on to explain in his stanzas why this nature is weeping. He says that man is indiscriminately felling trees every now and then. He empties the land of all these trees and cause nature to cry. He has made industries and factories which run on coal, emitting dark smoke in the air and polluting it. Man does not even believe the sayings of the scientists that there is a hole in the ozone layer which is emitting and the sun rays are directly falling on the face of this earth, harming the very lives of mankind. Man just goes on inventing rocket ships in order to explore the secrets of the space. He has stepped on the moon, but he does not care about the nearmost sea pollution, which may not be very costly. He does not care to clean the water. Even when such important news of extinction of animal species hit the headlines, he becomes diplomatic. Instead of taking some steps towards it to save the animal species, he becomes diplomatic. Then the poet laments over the ingrained habit of mankind to absolve himself of responsibility and keeps on shifting it on the other's shoulders. The poet again and again says that time is slipping out of our hands if we don't care. And when will man learn a lesson, as time waits for none? This is the right time to take some action. And he means to say that we should take timely action to preserve nature, to save our environment. Only then this place will be worth living for mankind. Now, important points are Mother Nature is crying. Nature is called mother as mother loves her children affectionately and cannot bear any harm to her children. Let us see the first stanza. This stanza is called tercet as it consists of 3 lines. 3 lines stanza is called a tercet. In the first tercet, let me read it first. I think I just heard Mother Nature cry. Or was it one more broken falling tree? You would think we would learn as time goes speeding by. Now, the writer hears some sound and he says he is confused about whether to relate it with the cry of Mother Nature or to the sound of falling tree. He says that I think I have just heard the cry of Mother Nature, that Mother Nature is weeping. Or maybe it is a sound of one more falling tree. One more tree has been broken. It has fallen down by man in order to accommodate himself, in order to make his home. He has cut trees. He says that what was this sound? Maybe the sound of one more falling tree. And on the loss of this tree, Mother Nature is crying. Mother Nature is called mother. The poet has called nature mother, because mother is the only one who loves her children affectionately, who cannot bear the loss of her children. That's why Mother Nature is crying, because nature is going to be destroyed. He says that you would think we would learn as time goes speeding by. Time is passing very quickly. It is slipping out of our hands. We should take some action, timely action. We should not waste this time. We should take care of our environment. In the second tercet, he says, they tell us there is a big hole in the sky. Now see, that scientists have already told us that ozone layer has been depleted by the continuous smoke in the air. Scientists says ozone layer is being depleted by the man's insensible actions. He is continuously emitting smoke, dirty smoke in the air, which has destroyed ozone layer and which is very harmful for mankind. He says that ozone layer has been destroyed and scientists have already told us. But we won't believe in something we can't see. It is the nature of man that he does not believe in something which he has not seen with his own eyes. So even man is so careless, so indifferent he has become that he does not believe in scientists' researches even. And he does not care when he has been told that he has destroyed the very ozone layer. There is a hole in it and sun rays will directly fall on the earth, harming the lives, causing so many diseases to human beings. Then the poet again says that I think I just heard Mother Nature cry. Again, on this news that ozone layer has been destroyed, Mother Nature is again crying. But man is so insensible, he has become so selfish minded that he cannot hear, he cannot listen to the cry of Mother Nature. In the third stanza, in the third tercet, I must say, the poet says, coal-fired chimneys reaching up so high. Man has built factories, huge industries to make so many things, to make goods, to make articles for his daily use. He says that, and he is running all these factories, all these industries on coal, and their high chimneys are continuously emitting smoke into the air, polluting the very environment. And we inhale the same air every now and then. We breathe in the same air. We breathe in the same environment, which is threatening the very lives of man on this earth. Even though the solar power is free, the writer gives a suggestion that solar power is free of cost. Solar power is free of cost, and it is the major thing is that, the most important thing is that it is harmless for man. It does not give any harm to man. Still, man is bent on using coal in his industries and his factories. He does not care that his very life is in danger now. Again, the poet stresses upon the point. You would think we would learn as time goes speeding by. Time is passing so quickly. Shall man learn a lesson on time? Then he says, again he comes to the rocket ships. He says that man has made great development in the present century. He has invented rocket ships in order to explore the secrets of the space. He has stepped on the moon even. He has stepped beyond the limits of this earth. But he says that rocket propelled spaceships have been invented by man, which cost billions and trillions on this project, but still can't stop pollution of the sea. And poet is grieved now. He says that he has explored the space, but unfortunately, he does not care about the nearmost sea water pollution. The sea water is polluted and he does not care about it. He does not take any step to clean sea water, which is harming man's life and which is less costly. I think I just heard Mother Nature cry. Again, he says that nature is crying on the selfish attitude of man towards it. Headlines. Now, in the next tercet, he says that sometimes there is an important news in the newspaper about the extinction of animal species. He says that sometimes even an important news which hit the headlines, one more species set to die. He says that one more animal species or plant species has been died. But man remains quiet. Even he reads the very important news about the extinction of animal and plant species, but he remains quiet. He does not care about it. On such type of important news, man becomes diplomatic. He does not want to deal with such news. He wants to escape such type of important news. You would think we would learn as time goes speeding by. Instead of taking action, man remains quiet and just thinks over his own selfish purposes, selfish motives. You would think that we would learn as time is slipping out of our hands. Time is passing so quickly. Even the important news about extinction of animal species does not affect man. And on hearing such news, he becomes diplomatic. Just stay quiet. And the last stanza, which consists of 4 lines, he says that worry on the future, pass it by. The poet here describes the ingrained habit of man when he absolves himself of responsibility. He just keeps, it's a bad habit of man that he just keeps on shifting responsibility, and he says that I'm not the one who is only responsible for all this mess, for all these environmental problems. So he says that worry on the future, pass it by. When he is told that the future life of man will be totally crippled on this earth if this state of affairs just go on. And he says, it is his response when he says that, why should I worry on the future? Pass it by, let it go. I will not be here by that time. I may not live by that time. I may not be alive by that time. Why should I worry on the future? Let it be faced by the future generations. How can preservation start with me? How can the steps towards the protection of environment start with me only? I'm not the only one to take initiative in this regard. There are so many other millions of people living here in this earth. Why aren't they taking some steps? Why should I? I'm not the only one living in this earth. So he says that protection may not be start with me. I think now poet is grieved at this careless response of man towards nature when he says that I think. Again, now he says I think. I just heard Mother Nature cry. Now, Mother Nature is justified when she cries over the indifferent, careless, selfish attitude of man towards it. When he closes his eyes towards the bitter realities of life, when he himself pollutes environment, endangering his own life on the face of this earth, still he is careless. He just goes on enjoying his life. And the poet says, he ends his poem again with these two lines: I think I just heard Mother Nature cry. I think this is the cry of Mother Nature. You would think we would learn as time goes speeding by. You would think we would learn a lesson from it as time is slipping out of our hands. So, this is the poem about the environment and man's careless and indifferent attitude towards it. I hope it is clear to you all. If there is any confusion and you need some explanation, you may write in comments, please. Thank you.